guys are on here. I'm going to go ahead and bring Frank on. I see he's on. This is another contractor calling to say hello to Greg. I'll call him back in a minute. Hi, Frank. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're
on here
doing
repping
great.
our people. You on here doing your thing. I'm
You
doing
know.
you know, y'all thing. I come on here incognito, and y'all come through. I just red community here. Like,
Listen,
I want some of this energy that y'all got. I want some of this energy. Give me the energy.
Listen.
Thank you for joining us. Like, thank you for
yeah. Austin in the building.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be joining.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. I'm so glad you got on here tonight. Listen, everybody, go ahead and share. Aisha said, "Hey, Frank." Go ahead and share this feed. Go ahead and share this feed with some family members, some friends. Go ahead and just shoot them a text real quick. Tell them to jump on this live because we're going to get into some pretty important conversations. So I want to go back just a little bit. You know, I started investing in real estate in 2017. A big shout out to right now my Chief Operating Officer, Camille Westmoreland, who's on here, who was a significant part of me being able to build that portfolio. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about tonight that we're all going to talk about is like you can really almost I'm going to say forget about having real success without the right team. The right team is so important, the right relationships, the right timing, and you just taking the right risk, right? All risks are not created equal. Our relationships are not created equal. Our opportunities are not created equal. But one of the things that God has graced my life is to be able to recognize the right opportunities at the right times. And I also have very good discernment on people. And I know instinctively, I love everyone. I try to, like Jesus, but I don't necessarily like everyone, and I don't necessarily want to partner with everyone. But usually instinctively, I know within about 5 or 10 minutes if it's somebody I'm going to do business with. And so that's a grace gift that God has put on my life, and it's worked for me, and it's caused me to make multiple millions of dollars. And so the team that you guys are going to have an opportunity to hear from tonight, go ahead and share this feed right now. Hey, Keita, my Chief Marketing Officer is on here as well. I love her to life. We were just in Detroit creating all kinds of major content. But, you know, I said that to say you guys might be at a standstill in your life because you're like, hey, I really do want to invest in real estate, but I don't have the right team. I don't have the right contractors. This is where we're all going to come in, and you're going to have an opportunity to hear from all of them. I'm going to shoot over to Camille first really quickly. Camille, you now are helping to set up systems, and you set up systems for a lot of people in the Acetify community where we're helping people to invest in real estate, whether they're just brand new beginners or whether they're building. I'm going to tell you right now, I would not have been able to do probably 50% of the deals without Camille setting those things up in place. Talk about some of the things that people have to have and why it's so important to have people to know what the heck they're doing on the administrative side.
So it's definitely important. One of the things that Dr. Jewel talked about is like, if you want to be successful, it's important to have a team in place. So you as a person don't have to know everything, but you want to have people around you that know the things that you don't know so they can help you continue to scale and grow. And so just in my position as operations, systems, logistics, all of those things within the community, what we do is make sure you have all the necessary pieces set up from your LLC, making sure that's in place because you want to separate your properties from yourself. Many people will get on and try to, you can set your own LLC up. You can go to the Secretary of State, you can go to get your EIN. And I've done that and my stuff was wrong, right? So we even talk about, I'm an advocate for registered agents because this is a profession of theirs and they understand all the pieces and parts. So we make sure that you do that. Many people don't realize that you don't necessarily have to have an LLC in your state of residence. You can choose where you do business so you can have better tax benefits. So we talk about those different things and setting up foreign entities. We give you a checklist. So through Dr. Jewel's past 7 years of real estate, it's been a learning experience for me But what I was able to do is take the learning and create the system. So now the people that join the community, we've cut a lot out. So a lot of times when you think about it, when you have a coach, it accelerates your growth versus when you're trying to sit back by yourself and figure it out. And so, for example, you'll have the steps or things that you need to know. Like when you get ready to look at a property, before you do a contract or you do a contingency on that contract, you want to then go out and have that property looked at, a contractor go double check things with you, etc. You know what I'm saying? But then as you're going through the process, they're giving you an estimate of what it would cost to repair it or fix it so you can flip it or put a tenant in it. So it's telling you what to look for. When you get contractors, there is a standard that contractors should be following on the process of renovating a property. So we make sure you know that. So when you get ready to do that property and the contractor's like, let's pull out the carpet. Like, we're going to demo it, but the carpet is not the first thing that you're working on. So we make sure that you know and understand what is the process your contractor is going through so that you can direct that contractor. Because if the contractor believes that you don't know nothing, they going to kind of do what they want to do and expect you to just say yes. So we ran into that in certain instances. But the thing about it is, we went through the challenges so you don't have to. And so, just being able to navigate that, and these things that we're implementing will help build your boldness and your confidence in dealing with them. Because not just in real estate, but anything, like I can have something go on with my truck, right? And I take it to the dealership and I don't know nothing about a rotor or this or that. And they just say it need to be fixed. And I'm just saying, okay. But then when I get with somebody who really has my best interest at heart, they say, okay, Camille, when you go, say this, or when you go, do this. You see what I'm saying? And so that's really what we bring to the table to make sure that when you go and do your business in real estate, that you have the right lingo, you know what words to say, you know what to listen for, you know the strategies, you know your process from beginning to end, and you know why you're doing every piece and part.
Yeah. And I'll just say this really quickly too, and then I'll get ready to move over to Frank. The underwriting part is definitely, you got to have yourself together if you're doing residential. And then when you get ready to start scaling and going to multifamily as commercial property, which you cannot just go straight to commercial unless you have a partner that already has a schedule of property. Schedule of property means that they know, the lender wants to make sure that you know what you're doing. They want to know, how many properties do you have cash flowing? The commercial side of underwriting is a lot more strenuous. Rashard said, "What's up, McMillan, Jewel?"
Rashard. Yeah, and just on that part that you just said, it just made me think like how you went from residential to commercial. Residential prepared us for commercial.
Yeah.
So in that process, it was new. Yeah. But it equipped us to be able to say, okay, every new student, you're going to make a digital folder. I want this document, this document, this document. So it makes your closing and your process go by faster. So you're not waiting till you're 100% in it, and then you have to retract because there are certain things that you don't have. And so after that first deal, when we went commercial and they was like this, and we're like, wait, what is this, that? But then through that, now the next commercial deals, they were like, we need this in 30 seconds. Here you go. We need this in 30 seconds. Here you go. And so our goal is to make it that seamless for you to make your process sweatless.
Yeah. No, that's really good. Frank, Frank is all the publicity for Certify Me, and he works with a lot of other celebs like Sandy.